Can you imagine it's December already next week? To make the busy month go smoother, I want to give you some ideas how to make your planner pretty so you will want to use it because you'll probably need it. Last week we did our monthlies, but we'll probably need weeklies as well in December. I'll explain the symbols I used in my bujo and show you some traditions you might have not encountered yet. Some are really magical, like this one. And maybe you can try one or two if you like. My hope is that this bullet journal inspires you to create your own with holidays that you celebrate, adapt it to your family traditions, and that you choose your happy moments. I'll show you how I did my own, and if you're more, please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. As usually, I only used fine liner or technical pen, watercolors and a red brush Pitt pen for the letterings on titles for days and dates. Because December starts on Thursday, I already have the first few days in my November spread. So my first week for December bujo is dedicated to St. Nicholas, who comes on the night from 5th to 6th. His hat and stick and gifts are in the corner and socks mark the days. If you hang socks for Santa, you can use this spread for Christmas and just draw Santa's hat or sleigh in the corner. We do it for St. Nicholas, so I drew it here. That way we won't forget to go see the processions on his eve, hang out our giant socks for him to fill with oranges, tangerines, nuts and dried fruits, small gifts and freshly baked sweet dove black peas. Here in Europe, angels and Black Pete accompany St. Nicholas and help him reward the children. The devilish creature Black Pete used to bring naughty kids a spanking rod, but he doesn't do that anymore. Instead, he hands out tangerines at the procession and angels give out sugary candy. Now who's the good guy here? They're also the most fun at the procession and the sweet dove version is so tasty too. The next week is St. Lucia's Day that Scandinavians celebrate with a procession where a girl dressed in white robe with a red sash wears a wreath of white candles on her head. Originally, they were burning real candles, but now they usually use electric. The girl serves hot drinks and sweets like cookies or St. Lucia's bread to her family at home or to the poor or unhealthy people in hospitals, for example. We don't have that tradition here, but we still often bake the sweet dove Lucia's bun in our family because they're just so tasty. So I drew those spiral breads with candles to mark the days. However, we do have the Slavic tradition of sowing Christmas wheat on the 12th of December, so it grows in time for the Christmas. We always use this blue baking dish that is no longer useful because the Teflon has chipped off, and now we use it to sprout seeds and for Christmas wheat. So that is the center image for this week. The third week is winter solstice, and I always bake a Yule's log. That is a chocolate Swiss roll with chocolate ganache and cream chocolate, chestnut or coffee filling. It derives from old pagan tradition dedicated to their main god. Pagans decorated, and some new pagans still do, a real log with natural materials for the winter solstice, and the celebrations lasted for 12 days. That's where the 12 days of Christmas comes from. We're not new pagans, but we like Yule's log and some old pagan traditions because they celebrate nature, and that is very close to our family values. One of those traditions that many Christians have adopted is the Advent wreath, and the other one is Advent spiral depicted here. My daughter always wants that for her birthday. She's a winter baby right after the holidays, so it's perfect because for these traditions you have to have a large spiral made from greenery, big enough for people to walk in it. We use leftover greenery from the holidays, there's plenty. You place a burnt candle on a log or other candle holder in the center. Then each child gets a nice red apple that has been partially cored so that the candle fits in tightly and vertically. Each child or guest walks all the way through the spiral to the center, lights the candle and places it somewhere on the green spiral. Everything is done in silence or quiet ambient music, and it's so magical. At the end, the whole room is lit from the candles and everything is magical. The kids quietly leave the room and are later served their own apple to eat or take home. If you have any small kids around you, you have to do this for them. They will cherish this moment forever. My kids' friends from kindergarten still fondly remember this. The third week is also Christmas, so I imagine many of you would flip the last two spreads because Christmas is the main holiday for most. However, we celebrate New Year's as the main holiday when Grandpa Frost brings gifts, so the spread with the Christmas tree and the gift is the last in my bullet journal. But of course, you can use this one for Santa's week and maybe champagne glasses and fireworks for the last spread. I chose different ornaments we hang on our tree, like bubbles, real cookies that we eat during the holidays, and candles. Yes, we use real candles on the tree. We are always there when they're lit, and we never had an accident, so it's fine. And of course, there has to be a wrapped gift and a Christmas tree in the corner. We call it a New Year's tree here, and Grandpa Frost brings gifts in the evening after our family's dinner. We all go to another room and sing songs to call him. When he knocks on the door or rings a bell, one of the parents goes to open the door for him. He enters through the door like a normal person and places gifts under the tree. Our kids usually leave something for him too, a small gift and cookies, and he eats them and takes the gifts with him. That is not the part of general tradition here though, that's just their addition. Before Grandpa Frost leaves, he lights the candles and sparkles and rings a bell so everybody knows they can come. He's shy and doesn't want the kids to see him, you know. When he's gone, kids rush into the candlelit room full of gifts underneath the tree. They scream of joy and it's always one of the best holidays we have. I hope your holidays are as magical as some of those, and I hope elves will help you find, buy and wrap all the gifts. I wish that kids will help you bake all the cookies, that there would be the minimum amount of burnt ones and maximum amount of joy involved. Happy holiday month to you, and I'm so happy to connect to each of you who watch this. See you next week with some Christmas socks. If you like holidays, cookies or planning ahead, give me a like and see you next week. Bye bye. We'll choose your family moments.